So let's find out what it's like being a member of Transformation HQ and winning the £500 cash prize.
Hey, my name's Max, and I go to High Lane Transformation HQ.
Brilliant, Max. So how long have you been a member for?
I'd say somewhere come up to 3 years now.
Brilliant. So what results have you seen in that time?
Well, because I've been a member for a few years now, it's sort of, I've done an initial weight loss, and now what I'm seeing is just maintenance of muscle and trying to keep in sort of shape as best as possible.
Brilliant. And I'll put the pictures on screen, obviously, of your results, because they are, you look like a completely different person.
You could almost say I do look like a completely different person.
It's been incredible looking at them. So, what main struggles did you have before you started? So let's try and take you back yourself to that before picture. What was your main struggles of getting in shape?
Okay, so before Transformation HQ, I really struggled with maintaining any sort of weight, or losing weight in the first place, maintaining weight, the routine and the consistency of training in a controlled environment.
Brilliant. So what sort of things were you trying? What sort of things were you doing? Were you attending a gym? And
I've tried all sorts of gyms. I've tried the big gyms where you get all your fancy extras, your racket sports and that, and you're paying absolute fortune for it and never use it. I've tried your smaller gyms where you can go 24 hours a day, but I've really struggled with actually just getting my value for money out of them, so to speak, regardless of how much I paid a month, whether it was 20 quid a month or £200 a month. Whereas with Transformation HQ, I'm definitely find myself more consistent.
Yeah, brilliant. So what made you choose Transformation HQ? What do you think, right, that's something I feel like is going to help?
We've all seen the before and after photos online, and you just think, well, if it's worked for this many people, there's got to be something in it.
Yeah.
So, you come down and you give it a little go and see what it's all about.
Yeah.
It was local, it was convenient, and me and my wife both decided to do it at the same time.
Brilliant. So what worries did you have, though, before you started the programme? What was like your main concerns about doing it?
Now, this might sound a little odd. However, when I've always been to the gyms I've mentioned before, the social setting, it's normally you training on your own. So almost being in a group environment was almost a little bit daunting. And how social do you have to be?
Yeah.
And just after the first couple of sessions, it was all, my mind was put to rest.
Yeah. And obviously everyone's just there for their own, everyone's polite, friendly, welcoming, but you're there for yourself as well, aren't you?
You're there for yourself, you can be there for the group, you can be there for whatever you want to be. It's a very sort of easy environment to train in.
So let's look at your 3 years as a whole. So, what was your short-term wins at the start? So, what initial changes did you start to see?
Well, my initial goals I was going for was to get myself fit, to lose some weight, get myself fit, and see some gains. In terms of muscle mass and fitness.
And you started to see that earlier.
I did. 6 weeks, you get a little taster for it in the in the meltdown.
Brilliant. What's your goals now then? What's your long term or your long term sort of wins that you're getting now? Are you chasing sort of weight on the weight rack, or?
I feel with the amount of time I've been there now, I chase the different weights. I chase the higher weights. I chase consistency. I chase my own strength. I almost want to compete against myself month to month and see if I can push a little bit more, lift a little bit more. And look a little bit better.
So since joining Transformation HQ, how has your life changed, would you say, in your outlook on fitness?
I feel a lot more positive, body confident in myself. I feel that I'm a much more a fitter person, both physically and mentally. I feel that I can tackle anything.
Yeah, absolutely, No, that's brilliant. So did you hit any roadblocks on the way you've achieved? Obviously, let's say your results are incredible, but what roadblocks did you hit on the way, or did you manage to navigate them?
I think the biggest roadblocks you'll find on this journey is definitely the consistency and actually committing yourself to the journey. You're given all the tools by Transformation HQ of how to achieve your goals, but the biggest thing you've got to do is actually commit yourself to it. So finding almost that motivation, once you can get yourself to the gym, then you are over that that hurdle.
Yeah, absolutely. So how did you find going through the different programs? So you do 6 weeks at the start, then you're just a rolling member, you're just chasing, obviously, just being a member and trying to get better in the sessions, and then you go into the shoot. Tell me about them.
Well, that's it. The 6 week is your little introduction. And then when you get into your like you say, the rolling programs, that's where you start to eye up all the transformations on the wall, and you start going, I wonder if I can do something like that. Can I achieve that? Am I that disciplined that I can do that? And that's when you piques your interest and you sign up to a 12-week shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before you know it, you're in it.
Yeah. Brilliant. So how did you actually find the HQ sessions? So your opinion of when you come into the room and obviously all the stations are set out, how do you find them?
Okay, so I love the variety of the sessions, week to week. Or there's 3 different sessions a week, isn't there?
Yep.
So you're doing something, you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're doing 3 different sessions. They change within the month themselves. So the variety keeps you interested, and the different...
The exercises, yeah.
The different exercises,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you work in different parts of your body. It's a full body workout.
Yeah.
Keeps you interested.
Yeah. So from the gyms that you've been to before, like, how have you found the sort of going from like more of an intense way of going around the machines? Do you find you get more out of that doing it that way?
You definitely get almost a cardio workout without doing cardio.
Yeah, so it's high intensity bodybuilding style training, isn't it?
Exactly. I didn't want to use the sort of term like HIIT training, but it's kind of that way, but with weights.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that's the thing. What people do as well. It is like high intensity interval training, but you've got to understand it is still weight training as well. So we're just trying to
get the benefits of the weights. It's all through. Yeah, exactly. So it's not just low weights and high repetitions. You still can lift your heavy weights. In lower sets if you want, or you get guided through it by the trainer. What you get to almost manage your goals. Out of the session.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're trying to achieve, really. We're trying to say, look, let's do it in an intense way so it's a nice, fast and effective session, but also, if you need a rest, have a little bit of rest, because it's better to then go heavier than it would have been to be burnt out.
Yeah, and you will get pushed, you'll get watched as well, and you'll be, if you're not pushing as hard as you should be, you'll get called out on it, and quite rightly so, if in a friendly way.
Friendly and motivating.
Exactly, in a motivating way. Which basically allows you to push yourself further and get better results. So look, exactly, going back to having to motivate you, as long as you turn up and commit to it, you're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk about nutrition. So let's talk about, try and think back to before you started. Like, what was your nutrition like then, and now has it developed into now, and are you more educated in the subject?
So 100% my nutrition is in a better place. I'm much more accountable with what I eat. And I feel I am in control of what I'm eating. In terms of when I eat, how much I eat, and what I eat is 10 times better. Mainly due to doing the shoot.
So what would you say to anyone thinking about starting HQ?
I would say, what are you waiting for? Go for it. The sooner you join up, the sooner you'll see results.
Brilliant. So lads, hopefully be inspired by Max's story. If you'd like to find out any more, just click the link on this video. We'll send you some more information. We'll invite you into the gym. You can have a look around. We'll explain the program, and then we can see if it works for you. Okay, take care.